mentioned some of this, is Ed alluded to the fact that Liz was a pack rat, and she was a Brawley. She was one of 15 children. She had 7 brothers and 7 sisters, and I'm married to one of the sisters, and I can tell you that the concept of being a pack rat is definitely hereditary. Mel told me he has a upstairs, a 3rd floor that you can't get into because of all of her stuff. She wouldn't let him. So curiously, Ed was home while Liz was in the hospital through this illness, and he went out. The garbage man came, and he went out to get retrieve the garbage can, and there was something laying on the floor, laying on the ground next to the garbage can. And he picked it up, and he looked at it, and it's Elizabeth Ingbert. It's her card for this place, apparently, to use the services from 2009. So I want to make sure you get this back. I think you accidentally threw that away.
It hopped out of the truck.
It hopped up, yeah.
Mom's here, watching.
Well, yeah, she's here. That's right. We've got to be careful. Elizabeth was very hospitable and nurturing. She always made banana or cranberry bread anytime she had visitors. Cooking and cards were her love language. The first time Cindy's husband Jacob came and visited, she left the sports page and candies on his pillow. She also made him wear a coat, which was something he had never done growing up, yet alone as an adult. She rarely sat down or ate hot meals when company was around. She'd stay up late getting everything situated, and before anyone got up before anybody, so she could prepare breakfast. She always wanted to make sure you got enough food and healthy portions. She ensured this with the kids by forfeiting their milk until their meal was almost complete, so as not to fill up. One of the things she did with Jacob was it Jacob or maybe the other kids? She didn't like doing laundry, so she used to make the kids wear bibs right up until they were like 8 years old. And when they were telling me this story, I didn't laugh. And the reason I didn't laugh is because I'm in my early 70s, and I wear a bib when I have a Brawley wife who told me she will not do my laundry anymore if I get any stains on my shirts. So there you go. It runs in the family. She was very, very proud and fond of her grandchildren. Every Christmas she would come here to bring the kids here to see Santa Claus. She was always thinking of her family daily. She was notorious for clipping the Sunday funnies out and putting them on the refrigerator, or would send them if they related to one of the kids. Apparently, there's something called dog funnies, and she would cut them out and send them to Teresa and her husband, who had gotten a dog, a notorious dog who put Tom in a wheelchair. That's another story. Melvin was not a big talker. That's okay. Elizabeth made up for it. So she really did a lot of the communications through the years. And it was funny because as I was in line to give my sympathies to Melvin last night, he had a big smile and he was talking and he was jibber-jabbering with the guy in front of him. And he said, I'm a different guy. He said, I talk now. I said, well, that's because your partner is being very, very quiet. But it is wonderful, I think, to see how the family has reacted to this. I think God blessed them with a period of time between the onset of her illness and her passing. They have really come together. Not that they weren't before, they were a very loving family before, but the kids were able to help Melvin and nurture him, and it's just really, really been a blessing. She loved to take photographs, especially when they traveled. She loved beautiful flowers, and she would take pictures of flowers. She was a very humble person who did not talk about herself. She had gifts and talents, and she shared many of them with the children, but she didn't talk about herself abilities. I think I'm pretty near the end here, but one really huge thing Elizabeth taught the kids was the love and devotion of family. She was so proud of her family of origin. The Raleighs, her mom and dad, as I said, had 15 children, 59 grandchildren, and I think the number is close to 130 on the next generation. And yet there are great-grandchildren as well. So a very huge family, and Liz was very, very proud of that. She was proud growing up on a farm, an 80-acre farm, and did a lot of chores. Although some of the Brownies will tell you that their mom had favorites, and Liz might have been one of the favorites, so she might not have had as many chores as the others. When she was in the hospital, our family, this is from Cindy, our family connected in a way we had never done before. God used her illness as a way of drawing us closer as a family and closer to the Lord. We are so sad to see her leave us from this life, but we look forward to the day that we get to be with her again in the next. Thank you very much.